The beginning of the unlikely candidacy of the Republican Party's presidential nominee last June. A businessman who had never held public office announcing he had his sights set on the White House.
I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
The showy announcement, surrounded by his family in a building that bears his name, stood for much of what has gone into the making of Donald J. Trump. Born in Queens, New York, he grew up in a wealthy family, headed by his real estate developer father, Fred, a key early influence.
His father was very authoritarian, very demanding, the boss. And of course, Donald picked up these traits and these characteristics.
A degree from the prestigious Wharton School of Finance and work in his father's company managing building projects in Queens and Brooklyn set the stage for his first big move into Manhattan. Trump took over his father's company in 1971, running into trouble when the Justice Department sued his company for racial bias in housing decisions. Claims that would come back in his campaign as he faced criticism for controversial remarks about Mexicans.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists.
And religion.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on.
His early career also featured high-profile wins, developing the iconic Trump Tower while displaying a talent for personal branding and a savvy sense of media that would later help his campaign.
Doing business in New York requires a very strong person, very motivated person, and he is very much a New York businessman.
There were also notable failures. Casinos that would later go bankrupt, and a real estate crash that hit his personal fortune hard. All of it magnified on the nation's biggest stage.
New York is it's the biggest market as far as real estate development in this country. And he was a mid-sized player, and most people who looked on from the outside feel that he's a mediocre success.
And with 3 marriages, 2 very public divorces, and 5 children who have been key players in his campaign, Trump's personal life has received as much attention as his business dealings. His personal life once again came up for debate late in the campaign, with the leak of his own words on tape bragging about groping women, and then numerous allegations of assault that he strongly denied.
These vicious claims about me of inappropriate conduct with women are totally and absolutely false.
The Donald has come back from adversity. He did it in the 2000s, bringing his strong businessman persona to a nationwide audience with a popular reality TV show, The Apprentice.
You're fired. President Obama is the least transparent president.
Trump became a political voice on the national stage by claiming President Obama wasn't born in the United States, an involvement he would later deny during his personal campaign.
Hillary Clinton and her campaign of 2008 started the birther controversy. I finished it.
In an often chaotic primary season, Trump beat out 16 Republican opponents for the nomination, with a message that resonated with American voters.
He's tapped into this great angst that's been out there for quite some time.
By attacking his opponents hard.
If I win, I am going to instruct my Attorney General to get a special prosecutor to look into your situation.
And tapping into a growing unease about the political system.
I'm afraid the election's going to be rigged.
The larger-than-life businessman with a brash attitude branded himself with a new title, populist politician.
I am with you, I will fight for you, and I will win for you.
Katherine Gypson, VOA News, Washington.